Let me start recording. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. This is Inflapro 2nd, Part 14, Indian Budget Implications. This video is for budget suggestions. We are nearing 2026 budget days and anticipated loan burden of 16.9 lakh crores. Let us see how to reduce and make our country debt-free in 15 years. Disclaimer. I am Brahmadesham Venkataraman. This video presentation is for information, education and estimation purposes only and not to recommend buy or sell, invest or redeem your funds. Every investment has its own associated risks and without knowing the risk, don't invest. I am neither an agent, nor a broker, nor any advisor. Simply an analyst with computer background. Important. There is no need for screenshots of this video presentation as the PDF of slides with clickable links for further PDF files of the audit tables that are being discussed in this video. The link of these slides PDF is given in the description box in the YouTube. Before getting into the subject, let us fix the inflation percentage. The government supplied inflation figures for the last 12 years is of the order of 6%. This means that inflow of tax in collection increases by 6% per annum and outflow increases by 6% per annum under normal circumstances. If not, then there is problem in arriving at the rate of inflation figure itself. For our calculation purposes, let us assume the rate of inflation to be 6%. Government borrowings, both internal and external, stands at the rate of rupees 197 lakh crores and interest burden is 6.5%. That is the burden of the order of 12.80 lakhs per annum. I give two methods to reduce the interest burden and reduce fiscal deficit by a good margin. The first method is to make the country debt-free in 15 years, and the second method is to keep the debt of the country back to the current level of 197 lakh crore. First method is pay out the loan and interest principal in 15 years Inflapro way, paying less than the first year and more in the subsequent years, and at an increase of 6% according to selected inflation protection. Please follow the calculation at bnvenkataraman. And further, education loan, which includes general loan calculation also. The inputs are select general loan or education loan. In our case, it is general loan. Term, 15 years. Principal, 197 lakh crore. Read as 197 lakh in crores. Interest rate is 6.5% annual, and we have to provide a quarterly as per the banking practice, which works out to 6.34731. We will see how it is. And frequency is yearly, inflation 6%. Others like moratorium, etc., maturity due, etc., leave it to the default as on load. Monthly inflation prorated is off. because in inflation we will be considering annual, not monthly. Then submit. Under the conventional method, 15-year term, the repayment towards interest and principal works out to 20.95 lakh crore. The same under Inflapro certain option works out to rupees 14.45 lakh crore in the first year, to be precisely rupees 14,45,243.46 crores, thereby reducing fiscal deficit from 16.9 lakh crore to 14.45 lakh crore by a good margin of 2.45 lakh crores. In Inflapro method, in 2026 burden is 14.45 lakh crore. In 2027 burden is 15.32 lakh crore. 2028 burden is 16.25 lakh crore, etc., increasing at 6% inflation protection. By 2041 burden is 32.68 lakh crore, and by 2041 we will be debt free. We have considered 6% inflation, and hence tax collection and other income are supposed to increase by 6%, and above figures are safe. Same loan without any fresh loan gradually decreases and nullifies in 15 years of time. What all we require is discipline, goodwill, and static tax structure. Method second. Second method is of Inflapro FD, fixed deposit method, paying interest only. In conventional method, the constant figure of 12.80 lakh crore per annum for 15 years, and every year the outstanding loan is constant at 197 lakh crore. By Inflapro method, the interest payout is 8.83 lakh crore first year, then 6% more, 9.36 lakh crore in second year, and so on, increasing by 6%. And the debt after 15 years stands at current 197 lakh crore, same at present. Or by interest on simple on the present principal, current principal, at the rate of percent, the interest percent varies at the rate of 4.484% in the first year, 4.753 next year, and etc., up to 10.137% in 15 years. The outstanding loan increases steadily in the first half of the term to 218 lakh crore. Let us go to the calculators of bnvenkataraman. I am not clicking this because it takes good amount of loading time during the prime hours. Therefore, I am going straight to the loaded pages, and this is a home page, bnvenkataraman. Okay. And here in the home page, there are Inflapro option links, and here is the Inflapro education link, education law. Click this. I am not clicking it, I am going to the loaded page. To education loan. It's available here. This is a very long page of Inflapro with education, mark LIC, LIC, ICIC, and so on and so forth. Here is the page on this education loan. First, select the education loan or general loan. Take a general loan. Loan period is 15 years. Principal is 197 lakh crore. That is 179 lakh. Read it as lakh crores. Interest have to be paid mentioned in the quarterly compounding rate as per the banking practice. To do that, on the left hand side there is a place. There is a menu. In this you can say month to quarter. No, we selected as year to quarterly and enter the figure of 6.5%. Now we will calculate per quarter. It is 6.34731 and dump it. Dump means in the right hand side it will be dumped in the appropriate field. It is dumped. Now select mode of payment, mode of repayment. It is yearly. And change of inflation percentage. You change it to 6%. Here is the one. It is 6%. We have changed it to 6%. And remaining things keep it as such. Unload this portion monthly inflation prorate may be on. In yearly method, this has got no meaning because our inflation percentage is per year, not per month basis. Anyhow, it doesn't matter whether it is on or off. Submit it now. It takes time. It has worked out. It is observed to be in conventional option 20,95,189. That is 20.95 lakh crore. Read it as lakh crore. 20.95 lakh crore in the conventional one, and the loan repayment, the surrender value is 0. That is further loan amount after 15 years is 0. Instead of this 20 lakh, we can have 14.45 lakh under option 4. There are a number of options. The option 2, option 3 are certain deferred payments. Consider this option 4. It is 14.45 lakh crore. The first year repayment, 15.31 in second year, and so on and so forth, and 32.68 crore. 32.68 lakh crore, and the further payment will be 0. That is, further loan amount will be 0. You can see as a percentage wise for principal and interest, uniform percentage would be around 10.635%, whereas in Inflapro method it starts with 7.336% to 16.58%, and further loan will be 0. By clicking this fee column, we can see the audit table. Audit table, it shows it started with 197 lakh crore and interest portion is 12.8, but the payout is 14.45 lakh crore. The present burden is of about 16.9 lakh crore. Goes with less. and goes on, the payout goes on increasing because every year there is an inflation of 6%, every year there is going to be increase in tax return and so on and so forth. And the closing balance starts reducing with from 197 lakh crore to 195 lakh crore, 192 lakh crore, 189 lakh crore and so on. And in the 15th year, it is totally debt free. There are other calculators also. We can see here. Okay, in the same one, in the education loan, the option 2 we can see. In the same education loan scheme, it's a general loan, 15 years, and make the amount due on maturity. That is, we retain the same principal of 197 lakh crore as the for due after 15 years. Click it and submit it now. Now, yes, it has worked out. As the last case, hide this option 2, option 3, and now we will find that the interest portion alone is 12.80 lakh crore in conventional one, and the loan amount stands at the same 197 lakh constant static. The option 4, instead of 12.80 lakh, the first year burden is only 8.83 lakh crore. Second year 9.36 and so on, and in the 15th year it is 19.97 lakh crore. It is steadily increasing at 6%, and it is quite safe because every year there is increase of inflation by 6%, and there is increase in tax return and as well as outflow. And finally, the loan amount is same as 197 lakh crore steady. We can see the chart here. See, instead of 6.5% conventional one, we start paying 4.84% only in the first year, 4.753 in second year and so on, goes up to 10.137% in the 15th year. You can check the you can click this column option 4, click it on any of these number and find the audit table. Audit table goes like this, and interest portion, and out of the interest portion the payout is only 8.83 in the first year, 9.36 in second year, 9.40 and so on. The closing balance for the first half of the period, it increases. It goes up to 218 lakh crore up to year 8, and by year 15 it comes back to our present level of 197 lakh crore. That is, we are using the Inflapro way in paying out, and without any additional loan we retain the same percentage, same loan in 15 years. There is also another calculator. This calculator is somewhere here. It is INFLAFD, fixed deposit. The same we can see here. I clicked it. It takes loading. It takes some time in loading anyhow. We have come across. We just as usual fill up the columns. 197 lakh, read it as crore, 177 lakh crore, period of 15 years, interest rate 6.5% per annum. Yearly more, frequency is yearly, inflation percentage 6%, starting date let us say 31/3, we can take it to 31st March 2006 and submitted. This is the second method, returning same method. The same method, the same amount we have got it in the previous calculator also. In this calculator also, rate of return is 4.84% in the 2027, and by 2041 it is 10.137. This we have seen already, and this is another calculator, that's all. There is in this calculator we have got another one. We calculated influence, this will be calculated. Okay, we read it further, do it again. $15 years, interest rate is 6.5%, yearly frequency 6% inflation, and 31/03/2026 the starting date, let us say, and in date will be calculated. So next, let us see, instead of FD, you select this as a loan, that is by 15 years the loan amount, outstanding loan amount will be 0, it will be debt free. Submit it and check for the debt 2041, 15 years, and submit it. It takes time. Anyhow, now we got the first option. This is also another calculator. We got the same result, and in these cases the rounding off error, at the end of 15 years there will be rounding off error. This is 0.04. And that means 4 lakh rupees as the rounding off figure error, because of rounding off at every rounding off to 2 decimals at every point of a time. And here it is with out of 197 lakh crores, 4 lakh crore is the rounding off error. And let us see, on the other hand, we can have another calculator. In this calculator, we had a forward SWP, INFLAPRO2, etc. In this calculator also, you follow the same thing, similar ones. The principal is 197 lakh, I read it as crore. That is, rate of interest is 6.5%, inflation 6%, year 15 years, moratorium etc. we'll forget about it. This is make it default 50%. Let us take 30%. We can have different default 100% or default. We can have it as default 30%. Means 30% of the principal will be left out as the after 15 years as the further due. Only 30%. 50% means it is around 59 lakh rupees. Let us see further. It is calculating on the fly. We can yearly calculator. Let us tap. It has calculated as the maturity figure is, that is the further loan due would be 59 lakhs only, 59 lakh crores only at the end of 15 years. Here the starting amount for both inflation and part of this principal is 12.76 lakh crores and so on, and we have arrived at a figure. Like this, we have got plenty of calculators. There is another calculator on the Google Sheet itself. On Google Sheet with user-defined function. Here, how to fill up, I will mention it here. The periodic rate of interest is 0.065 as the rate of interest, that is 6.5%. Yearly mode, 15 years, period is 15 years, and purchase price is 197 lakh crore. Read as crore. Future fund value. Here we can decide 0. That means debt free in 15 years means it is 14,45,243.47. There is small mistake in this user defined calculation. There is a small problem in the rounding of errors. This and that will be adjusted in the final last amount. And in the previous cases, in the previous calculators, we had got a rounding of error of only 4 lakh. Now here the rounding of error is 50 lakh out of this 197 lakh crore. Okay. Thanks a lot. Let us go further into the presentation part of it. We have come back to from our calculators. Now, I had been giving these sort of Inflapro ideas since 2010 to VIPs like P. Chidambaram, Subramanian Swamy, Arvind Subramaniam, Prime Minister Office, Finance Ministry, or Reserve Bank of India, IEML Finance Professor in 2003 itself, and IITK Economics Head of Department, Professor Datta in 2019, and many economists, and lately to PTR Padnivel Tyagarajan. Also gave my free offer of software donation help to Sudhamurthy, and so on. Everything fell onto deaf ears. Request viewers to use the calculator and use the custom choices and also tutorial to explore it. In this video, we had seen the short tour of Inflapro for this regarding the budget implications and comparing the conventional schemes. Request viewers to subscribe, like, share to like-minded people. Thanks for watching. Let me close this session. Let me stop recording. Thanks for watching.